In this question, we are given a square AECG. Inside this, there is another square BDFH, and inside this, there is an irregular polygon. We're supposed to find the area that is shaded now. This may be slightly confusing, so let's start off by finding the area of this inner square first. So let's remove the polygon for now. From the question, we know that the sides AB, CD, EF, and GH are all equal in length. So let's mark all these sides so we know that it is all equal. Next, the question states that AB is to BC is in the ratio 1:3. So AB is 1 unit, whereas BC is 3 units. Since ACEG is a square, all its sides will be in the same ratio. Now that we know this ratio, let's draw some construction lines to picturize it better. Using these construction lines, we can find the area of the inner square now. After drawing the construction lines, we know that there are 16 equal squares in the figure. Let's take this part of the figure, which consists of 3 equal squares. This whole thing is a rectangle, and inside this we can see a triangle that takes up exactly half of the rectangle. Since the whole rectangle is made up of 3 squares and the triangle is half of the rectangle, the area of the triangle will be 1.5 squares. Like this triangle over here, we have 3 other triangles, and so there is a total of 4 triangles. The area of 4 triangles will be 4 times 1.5, which will be 6 squares. Now we can find out the area of BDFH, which is the inner square. That will be 4 squares, these 4 squares over here, plus the 6 squares, which is the area of the 4 triangles. And this gives us a total of 10 squares. We know the area of the inner square now. It is 10 squares. Now let's include the irregular polygon. From the question, we know that the side BQ is equal to HS. So these two sides are equal, which means that if we draw a construction line from S to Q, we will have a rectangle. Looking at this rectangle, there is a triangle whose base completely covers one side of the rectangle and its vertex touches the opposite side. This means that half of the rectangle BQSH is shaded. Over here, we have another rectangle, and similarly, it has a triangle that takes up exactly half of its area. So, half of the rectangle QDFS is shaded. This means that half of the whole square BDFH is shaded. We know from our previous calculation that the area of the square BDFH is 10 squares. Since only half of it is shaded, the shaded area would be 10 squares divided by 2, which gives us 5 squares. Now we know that the shaded area is 5 squares. However, we are supposed to find the fraction of the square ACEG that is shaded. To find this, the fraction of the square ACEG that is shaded would be the shaded area over the total area. We know that the shaded area is 5 squares. The total area would be 16 squares. So our final fraction would be 5/16, and that would be our answer.